It is said in the Shioleng San Mei King, Suramgama Samadhi Sutra. The Bodhisattva Manjusri in the past was the Buddha Longchong Tsuan. For 72 koti of lifetimes, he was a Pratyeka Buddha. His previous abodes can be listed and described. But for the Bodhisattva Samanatabhadra, it is impossible to count, describe, and know his successive abodes because, if he abides anywhere, it is in all the universes without distinction. This is why the sutra does not mention him here. Besides, by speaking of other very powerful bodhisattvas, the sutra refers to Samantabhadra and all the great bodhisattvas as a whole. Sutra. Then the Buddha knew that all the universes, with the world of the gods, the world of Brahma, the Sramanas, and the Brahmanas, the gods, the Gandharvas, the Asuras, etc. And the Bodhisattva Mahasattvas who are to accede to the state of Buddhahood were all gathered together. Sastra. Question. The miraculous power of the Buddha is immense. If the beings of the 10 directions all came to the assembly, all the universes would be empty. On the other hand, if they did not all come, the immense power of the Buddha would betray its powerlessness. See answer. It is impossible that they all come. Why? Because the Buddha universes are infinite and limitless. If all their inhabitants came to the assembly, they would be limited. Besides, the 10 directions each have their Buddhas who also preach the prajnaparamita. Thus, in the 43rd chapter of the Prajnaparamita, 1,000 Buddhas appear in each of the 10 directions and they each preach the prajnaparamita. This is why it is impossible that all beings come to Sakyamuni's assembly. Question. If the Buddhas of the 10 directions each preach the prajnaparamita, why do the Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions visit Sakyamuni? Answer. As we have already said in the chapter on the coming of Bodhisattva Samantarasmi, these Bodhisattvas come on account of Sakyamuni. Moreover, these Bodhisattvas were bound by their previous vow. If there is a place where the prajnaparamita is being preached, they had said, we will go there to listen and pay homage. This is why they come from afar to accumulate the qualities themselves. They also want to give a teaching to beings, saying to them, we have come from afar to pay homage to the Dharma. Why do you, who live in this universe, not pay homage to it? Question. The Buddha does not cling to the Dharma. Why then does he manifest his miraculous power 7 times to guide beings to come together as a crowd? Answer. The prajnaparamita is very profound, difficult to know, difficult to understand and inconceivable. And so, when the Buddha wants to preach it, he gathers the great bodhisattvas together around himself. Thus the beginners, seeing these grave bodhisattvas listening to the Buddha, are led to have faith in his teaching, for if people do not believe the words of ordinary men, they should have faith in the evidence of grave important people. Question. When the sutra describes the assembly surrounding the Buddha, why does it mention the world of gods, the world of Mara and the world of Brahma? It should simply say the world of gods and men. That would be enough. Among the 10 traditional epithets of the Buddha, there is one that calls him Master of Gods and Men. This is why gods and men should be mentioned here. Answer. The gods who have the divine eye, the divine ear, keen faculties, and wisdom have flocked together voluntarily. This is why the sutra mentions the world of gods here. Question. The world of gods already includes the Maras and the Brahmas. Why does the sutra mention the Maras and the Brahmas separately? Answer. There are 3 great leaders among the gods. 1. Sakra Devanam Indra is the leader of 2 classes of gods, the Katar Maharahaka and the Trayastrimsa. 2. King Mara is the leader of 6 classes of gods of the world of desire or Kamadhatu. Katar Maharahaka, Trayastrimsa, Yama, Tusita, Nirmanarati, and Paranirmatavasavardhan. 3. Mahabrahma is the leader of the Brahmaloka. Question. The Yama, Tusita, and Nirmanarati gods also have leaders. Why are there only 3 leaders of the gods? Answer. A special mention is reserved for these three great gods because they are the best known. Sakra Devanam Indra resides above ground like the Buddha. He is constantly near the Buddha. He is very famous and people know him well. King Mara constantly comes to bother the Buddha and he is leader of the whole world of desire. The yama, tusita, and nirmanarati gods all depend on him. Moreover, the gods of the threefold world are included in the world of gods, and as Mara is leader of the first of these worlds, namely, the world of desire, the sutra mentions him separately. Finally, Mara usually torments the Buddha, but today he has come to listen to the prajnaparamita so that the other people may progress in their faith. Question. The second world, i.e. the form realm, involves a large number of heavens. Why does the sutra mention only the Brahma heaven here? Answer. The gods who surpass the brahmaloka are without awareness and do not like distractions. They are less well known. On the other hand, the brahmaloka, which does involve the four kinds of consciousness, is easily known. Besides, the brahmaloka is closer. Furthermore, Brahma is synonymous with the purity of renunciation. By speaking of brahmaloka here, we include all the gods of the form realm as a whole. Furthermore, the other gods have no entourage. At the beginning of the Kalpa, when he was born, Brahma Devaraja was dwelling alone in the palace of Brahma without any companion. Feeling bored, he thought, "Why should I not give birth to some companions?" At this moment, some Abhasvara gods whose life had come to an end, were reborn surrounding him as he had wished. King Brahma then thought, "These gods previously did not exist. They are born according to my wish. I am able to engender these gods." At the same moment, the Abhasvara gods also on their part had this thought. "We are born from King Brahma. King Brahma is our father." This is why the sutra limits itself to mentioning the brahmaloka here. Finally, the gods of the second, third, and fourth dhyanas, i.e. the gods higher than the brahmaloka who are identified with the first dhyana. See the Buddha, hear the Dharma or assist the Bodhisattvas in the desire realm, whereas visual consciousness, auditory consciousness, and tactile exist in the brahmaloka. This is why the brahmaloka is mentioned separately. Question. Why does the sutra mention only sramanas and brahmanas and not speak about kings, householders, and other kinds of people? Answer. Wise people are of two kinds, sramanas and brahmanas. The monastics who have left home are sramanas. The lay people who remain at home are called brahmanas. Other people give themselves up to worldly pleasures. This is why the sutra does not speak of them. The brahmanas use wisdom and look for merit. Those who have left home all seek the path. This is why the sutra limits itself to talking about the sramanas and brahmanas. We call those of pure family up to